Hi everyone, welcome back. Let's write some more Leetcode today. Today we are solving longest nice subarray. So the problem states that we are given an array nums consisting of positive integers, and we call a subarray of nums nice if the bitwise AND of every pair of elements that are in different position in the subarray is equal to 0, and therefore we just want to return the length of the longest nice subarray. So if we look at these examples, in example 1, the output is 3 because 3 and 8 have a bitwise AND of 0, 3 and 48 also have a bitwise AND of 0, and 8 and 48 also have a bitwise AND of 0. So it creates a subarray of length 3. And in example 2, the output is 1 because every number compared to the left or right does not have a bitwise AND of 0, so it only has a bitwise AND of 0 to itself, so the output would be 1 since an element on its own also has a length of 1. So now that we have seen some examples, let's get to how we can solve this problem. So one way that we can solve this problem is we can use the sliding windows approach. And I'll just show the binary form for each of the numbers in this example just to make it easier. So what we will do is we will initialize the current variable to 0 and the result variable to 0 as well. So the result will keep track of the longest subarray and the current will be the current value that we have in binary form. So what we will do is we will do a bitwise AND with the current value and the right pointer. And if it does not equal to 0, then we need to shift the left pointer and perform an exclusive OR operation between the current value and the left pointer and shift the left pointer afterwards. And we need to continue that until the current and the right pointer can have a bitwise AND operation that equals to 0. And once we can make it 0, then we will update the current value by doing an exclusive OR operation for the right pointer and the current value. And along the way, we will update the result for the longest subarray, and then we will do that by subtracting the right pointer and the left pointer and add it by 1. So that's how we can find the length of the subarray. So I think it'll make more sense as I go over this example. So let's go over this example right now. So first, we do the AND operation on 1 and current, and yes, it does equal to 0, so we can go ahead and perform exclusive OR with the right pointer and current, and it has a result of 1 because on its own it has a length of 1. So now we can shift the right pointer since this works. Now we see that current and the right pointer, it will not have an AND operation of 0, so we need to perform the left operation, exclusive OR with the current value, and then we need to shift the left pointer. So now that we have done that and we see we can perform the AND operation with the current value with 3 and it will equal to 0, so then we can do the exclusive OR operation. And yeah, the right pointer will make it 3, and now we can shift the right pointer again. It also works, so we can perform the exclusive OR with 8 and what the value we had. And then we need to update the length to 2. We can shift the right pointer again. It also works again if we exclusive OR with 48. So now the length is 3. And we can shift the right pointer again. You see that 10 will overlap with the current value, so we need to shift the left pointer and remove 3 from cur. Even now, it would still overlap, so we need to shift the left pointer again. And now that we see it is good, so we can perform the exclusive OR operation with the right pointer. And that is also good, but we don't need to update results since the longest subarray is still 3. And after shifting the right pointer, we have come to the end of the array. So the result would be 3. So the time complexity would be O of n, where n is the number of elements in the array, because that is what we will iterate through. And the space complexity would be O of 1, because we are not using any extra space. So now let's get to the coding part. So first, we'll set up the current value and the left pointer to 0 and result to 0. And then we're going to loop through the array with the right pointer. So for right in range length of nums, and while current and nums of right, while current and the nums of right does not equal to 0, then we need to work on the left pointer. So we will perform exclusive OR on the left pointer and increment the left pointer, and we will continue that until we can make a 0. We can make an AND bitwise operation and make it 0. And once that works, we can do exclusive OR with nums of right, and we will also update the result. So result is equal to max of result and the right minus left plus 1. And afterwards, we can return result. Let's see if it works. Okay, perfect. Thank you all for watching. Hope this was helpful. If you have any other questions or comments, feel free to leave it down in the comment section. And I hope to see you all again soon.